So today I am back again with another declutter video. I did a declutter video not too long ago, and I went back through all of my stuff and decided I really can't hoard what I'm not going to use. So some of this stuff I either used and just don't reach for anymore, or I've just never used it, so there's no point in keeping it. So I'm going to either give them away to friends and family, or I'm going to give them to an organization for like women. I've reached out to a couple of companies and I'm actually waiting back to hear from them if they would take makeup that's opened, that hasn't been used or has been lightly used. So if you guys know any places that do take products that you're not going to use that have been opened, comment down below and I will give them, a call and see if I can send it on over. So if you want to see what I'm decluttering, again, stick around. Okay. So the first thing that I am decluttering is this eyelash curler. I believe that I got it in one of my boxy charms. This eyelash curler is so painful. Like it just, I don't even want to put it on my eyes. It hurts your eyes. It feels like it doesn't sit properly, and then it feels like it's just going to eat all your eyelashes off your face. So just for that reason, I don't reach for it and I don't use it, so it's no point in sitting there. So I'm just going to actually get rid of this. I don't want to give this to anybody and have them, hurt themselves. Don't mind the swatches. I just got finished filming another video before this one. Next thing that I'm getting rid of, I also had gotten in one of my boxy charms, and this is the Bronze Essential, and it's just a bronzer palette. This, it's very, very, very pretty, but for me, for a bronzer, it's a little bit too dark, so it kind of makes my skin look muddy, and then I don't like when bronzer has too much sparkle. I didn't really use it. I just put it on to like see how it would look, and then was like, oh no, this is not good. So I mean, I'm gonna pass this along. The next two things are from Hard Candy, and this one is the Color Corrector Bake Powder, and it is in the green. This one is very chalky when you put it on your skin, and it just leaves like that chalky feeling on your skin, so I'm gonna pass that on. The Hard Candy Finishing Powder, this one I actually never used, so I couldn't even tell you if I like it, if I don't like it, but just because I have never used it and it's just been sitting there, I'm just going to pass this along. I have the MUA Professional Makeup Academy. I haven't used this, so I couldn't tell you if I liked it. I mean, I did swatch it, but I just never, it's just been sitting there and I've never used it, so I'm just gonna pass this along as well. The next thing that I'm gonna declutter, which I liked, but I used it a couple of times and didn't find myself reaching for it so much, is the Wet n Wild Illuminating Palette. And I mean, I've used it a few times, as you can see, but I don't know, I just wasn't reaching for it, so it's just time to find it a better home. Okay, so the next thing that I'm decluttering, I also got in my boxy charm, is the Real Her Be Fearless, Be Limitless blush set. I mean, it's cute. It has a mirror, and then you have your 3 blushes. This one is a little too dark for my skin. This one is a little bit too coral, and this one is a little bit too shimmery, and just for me. So, I mean, I've swatched it, I haven't used it, and I'm just going to pass it along and give it to somebody that could use it and get better use out of it. I'm also getting rid of, I don't even know where I got this from, the City Colors Shimmer Shadow in this green shade. It's called Beach Cottage. I've never used it, and when I was going through my drawers, it was there, so just gonna find it a better home. The next two things that I am getting rid of, and some of you might be like, what? I have way too much foundation. I absolutely love foundation. Every time I see a new foundation, I have to go out, I have to try it, have to see if I'm gonna like it. So I picked up two of the Marc Jacobs Mousse foundations. And I have used it, as you can see. For me, I just didn't care for it at all. It dries very, very quick, and it's very hard to, this one I used as well. I like to mix the two together sometimes, but for me, it would just dry too quick, and it was kind of hard to like work into the skin. Even though it says it's a mousse consistency, it really didn't have that like mousse consistency when you would put it on. So I'm just gonna actually get rid of these. The next two things that I see in here are the NYX loose glitters, and this is in Ultra Pearl, and this one is, oh, they both are, oh, well, I don't know. The NYX loose powder glitters, one is in blue, one is in purple. I think I've had these for a really, really long time, and I just never find myself reaching for them or using them, so I'm just going to pass these on. So the next two things that I am actually going to declutter are from Makeup Revolution. I saw these and I had such high hopes for them. And they are the Highlight Liquid Illuminators. And I have the shade Starlight and Champagne. These things, first of all, they're very messy. But they're also, as you can see, very liquidy. And when I tried to use them, I put like a couple of drops on, and when I was trying to blend them out, I felt like it was taking off the foundation that I had on or any product that I've applied. I've also tried to use it without foundation on, and it's just like you put it there and it's there. And then the second you start to blend it in, it's just gone. And it's just very oily and very greasy, and waiting for it to try and dry down, I just don't like that greasy feeling, and I feel like throughout the day it was going to wind up just being like a greasy, nasty mess, so I'm going to declutter these. The next two things that I am going to declutter, I also got in my BoxyCharm. I love BoxyCharm. Don't get me wrong, I love BoxyCharm. I use the stuff that they send me, but also I have so much makeup that sometimes it just doesn't get circulated. And if I'm not reaching for it, there's no reason to keep it. So I'm just going to pass them on to people who are going to actually use them and love them more than I do. And these are the Makeup Studio eyeshadow palettes. This one is, does it say the name? Which one is this? I don't know. I have used it. I mean, these colors in here are amazing, but I just don't find myself reaching for it. So for that, I'm just going to pass it on. This one, I think I've used once or twice. For me, this one palette, I could tell you, it really didn't do much to capture my attention and be like, I have to use that palette. So I'm just going to pass it on to somebody who can love it a little bit more than I can. Next thing that I'm going to declutter is from Rimmel. And this was the Illuminator, Contour, and Blush set from Kate. And this is when I think they did the collaboration with Kate Moss. I have never used it. I don't know why. I picked it up, I put it down, and I've just never ever used it. So I'm just going to, again, pass it on. The next thing that I'm going to declutter is the Live, Love, Laugh Vanity Face Disc from It Cosmetics. I have used it. It looks pretty raunchy, but I don't even remember having this. It was just in a drawer somewhere in the back. So I'm not even sure how old it is. So it's just, I'm just going to actually get rid of this. I'm not going to give this to anybody. The next thing that I'm going to declutter is from Jelly Pong Pong, and this is a all over glow illuminizer. I've never used it. It's just been sitting there. Again, I don't know. Not sure where I got this from. I don't know if I got it in BoxyCharm or Ipsy, but again, I didn't use it, so I'm just going to pass this on. Oh God, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna declutter the Too Faced 24 Shadow in white. For me, this is just way too creamy, and I just felt like when you put it on, it was too creamy and nothing sat the right way after it. So I'm just going to get rid of it. The next thing that I'm going to get rid of is the Lip Lure by Pure. It's kind of like one of those ones that you have to twist up to get the product out of. I just never found myself reaching or using this, so it's going to get rid of it. Also going to get rid of the iTech Define brow and eyeliner pencil from Milani. I just didn't like the felt tip was too thin to do anything. And then the brow side, which was just like a marker, wasn't for me, so I'm just going to pass this on. I don't know what this is. It's a obviously broken pencil, so we're just going to get rid of that and dispose of it. Next thing is also from Pure Minerals, and this is the dual-ended eyeliner from Madagascar. Again, I have so many eyeliners, I don't feel myself reaching for this one, so I'm gonna declutter that. I also have this one from Rimmel Exaggerate, and you guys know I love Rimmel, but this one, it was so dry. Like you couldn't even, like, let's see. Look. It's so dry that the product barely comes out. So just going to get rid of that. I have this Kat Von D eyeliner in the shade Jet. Now, I've watched so many videos on this and people are like, nothing's coming out, it's not working. Oh my God, it's a bad product. Guys, you have to twist. Now you can see the liquid falling off, but you have to twist it for the product to come out, is what I'm trying to say. But this was in the shade Jet and it just dried up, and now I just get like this white liquid out of it, so I'm just going to actually get rid of that. I have the Rimmel Scandalous 24 Eye Jumbo Pencil. I mean, this thing is like a Sharpie, and I don't reach for it, so. I have the 24/7 Glide On Pencil just in white from Urban Decay. Never ever reach for it. I have the Too Faced Sketch Marker, this one here, and it's just, I believe this one is, yes, it's just dried out, so it's time to go. Milani's Eye Glitter in the shade Purple. For me, the glitter just, I don't know. I also have this eyeliner by Hikari, and I didn't even use it. It's like a slate color, but so we're gonna get rid of that. These two pencils from Stila. One is in the shade Deep Fuchsia and the other one is in Jade. I just don't reach for them, so I'm going to pass those along. I have one by Starlooks. This one did come in my BoxyCharm, and the color is called Charmed. And this one, again, is just another one that was just very dry, and it takes a lot to get any kind of color out. Look, see, I'm like pushing really hard. So I shouldn't have to push that hard on my eye to get any product. If I have to push that hard, I'm gonna pass on it. I have this highlight and contour palette by IBY Beauty. I don't know where I've gotten it from, but this is what it looks like. I've swatched it, I haven't used it, so I'm going to pass that on. I have the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Lipstick. I don't find myself reaching for this, so again, I'm going to pass it on. Guys, I know I keep repeating myself. It's because I don't want you guys to think I'm just going to throw this stuff out. I just don't use it, and if I don't use it, there's no reason to keep it at all. I have 3 more. Actually, this one is a lip pencil from CoverGirl in just a red shade. Never going to use it, so I'm going to pass it on. I have a eyeliner pen from Starlook Pro, and I think this one was, oh, this one was Skippy. You could see it, it's very Skippy. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. I also have this one from Starlook Pro in Ultra Olive, and I just don't like the pencils. I'm not crazy about the pencils. I feel like when you're trying to use them, they're like stabbing you in the face, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. I have this from e.l.f. I used the crap out of it when I first got it, and I just don't find myself reaching for it, and it's not a new product, so it's kind of time to just leave it in the past. I mean, you can see I used the crap out of these 2 colors. These 2 colors are so pretty, but it's old. I don't reach for it, so we're gonna get rid of this. I have a concealer duo from NARS. I mean, obviously I have used this one. This one is just a little bit too dark for me, but I don't find myself reaching for this, so we're just going to get rid of it. I have this red shade from Flower Beauty, and again, it's just something I don't use often, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I have this lipstick from, I think how you say it is Dolce. And I mean, the packaging is absolutely cute. I just never used it. I don't want to swatch it. I've just never used it, and the color looks like it's a little too light for me, so I'm going to pass this on. I have this big giant contour and blush kit from BH Cosmetics, and I've never used it. This one looks a little too dark for me, I'll be honest. These are pretty, but I've never ever reached for it, so it's no point in keeping it and saying maybe I'll reach for it, maybe I'll use it, so just going to pass this on to a good home. Next thing that I am going to declutter is, again, from e.l.f. This is just another little palette. I've never used it, and I just don't really like the glittery stuff, and I'm probably never going to use it, so I'm going to pass it on. The next thing in here is a hydrating hyaluronic serum. I don't know where I got this from, but this stuff left my face feeling gross, and I had to wash it off, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Next couple of things are also from e.l.f. Here's that one same palette. I had 2 of them, so I'm just going to get rid of that one. I used to use this one so long ago. I don't even know how I still have it. These little tiny ones from e.l.f., I mean, when I started to, I think I kept them, that's why. The reason I kept these for so long was they were like sentimental. When I really started to get into liking makeup and wasn't really sure how to use it, I started playing around with these little cute shadows from e.l.f. I also have this one, which I didn't use at all, this cute little one. But I think that's why I kept them for so long, because these were like the first ones where I would start experimenting and, you know, starting to learn the love for makeup, but I can't hold on to them forever. So we're just going to get rid of those guys. I am going to declutter this glow stick lip gloss from Jessie's Girl. For me, it is sticky. I'm going to get rid of the Pure Lease I Adore Serum. It's been sitting there. I've never used it. I think I got it in either Ipsy or BoxyCharm, and it's not something that I see myself using, so I'm just going to pass this on. I think this is a Estee Lauder mattified lipstick in the shade I Miss You. It's just, I've never used it. It's just not a shade that I would use, so I'm going to just pass this on. I also have this lip gloss from Noya. Again, when a lip gloss is sticky and it just doesn't leave your lips feeling soft and nice, I can't get with it. I'm sorry. So if it's sticky, I'm not going to use it, and I'm just going to pass this guy on. Also going to declutter this lip gloss in the shade Berry Whipped from Butter London. Again, for me, this one has that sticky feeling, which I'm surprised, because sometimes you do get some from Butter London that are like that stickiness, and sometimes you don't. But this one for me was just a little too sticky. I have so much here. I think I'm going to split this into another video, because otherwise we're going to be here forever. So we'll do a couple of more things, and then I'll do it in another video. I also have another one of those NYX loose powders that I am going to just pass on. This is a lipstick that I got from Coastal Scents, and it's in the shade 02. I just don't reach for it, so we'll find it a better home. Here is another lipstick from that color Deuce, which I think it's so cute. Like, you just pop it in and pop it out. But again, it's just another light shade that I just didn't reach for, so going to declutter that. And lastly, I have this e.l.f. Balm Tint. And I mean, I've used it. My girls have used it. But again, it's just sitting there, and I don't really grab for it that often. So just going to declutter that. Hey guys, so like I said, there's so much more stuff to declutter, but if I sat here and decluttered it all in this one video, it would probably be like 2 hours long. So I'm going to split it up into another decluttering video at some point. But if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And again, guys, if you know anywhere that I can donate this makeup some has been used, some has never been used, it's just open, comment down below and let me know where I can send it or who to contact to pass it on to somebody who can use it, maybe like a women's shelter or something. So until next time, guys.